After spending about 2 days in Tbilisi, we take a break from the urban setting of Georgia and head out to explore the countryside. If you haven't checked out the first two parts of our Georgia travel series, we recommend you to check out those before you start on this video. This is our part 3 of Georgia and Armenia travel series, and we hope you will like it. Stay tuned, there's some really scenic stuff coming up in this video. Hey there, this is We the Trippers and we welcome you to our channel.
Day 3 was a travel day. We took a taxi and visited a couple of monasteries while on our way to Kazbegi. Our first stop was a short drive from Tbilisi called the Jwari Monastery. Jwari Monastery is located approximately 20 kilometers from Tbilisi. It took us around 40 minutes to reach there. The name Jwari means cross in Georgian. The monastery is said to have been built on the site where Saint Nino, the woman credited with converting Georgia to Christianity, erected a large wooden cross in the early 4th century.
To enter the Georgian monasteries, women need to cover their head. So all the women travelers out there, please carry a scarf with you, or even a hoodie seems to be acceptable.
Thankfully, it did not rain too much during our visit, and we were able to get some amazing drone shots. Near Jwari Monastery, the Aragvi and Kura rivers meet, which is one of the most iconic natural sites in Georgia. It is possible to do a day trip from Tbilisi to Gadori and Kazbegi. In between, you can cover Jwari and Ananori too. However, we had a different plan as we had decided to stay in Kazbegi.
Being close to Tbilisi, this monastery is quite a crowd puller. It began to get a little crowded as the day progressed. The fear of rain kept looming in our heads. The chances of a downpour were very high as per the weather report. But overall, the weather was very pleasant in Jwari. We spent about an hour at the Jwari monastery and then headed to our next stop, the Ananuri fortress. This historical fortress is located approximately 55 kilometers from Jwari monastery, and it was a pleasant 1-hour drive to the north. Perched on a hill, Ananuri offers breathtaking panoramic views of the surrounding landscape, including the Aragvi River and the Zinvali Reservoir. These views are not only stunning but also strategically advantageous for surveillance. In fact, this fortress has been a witness to quite a few conflicts among the Georgian nobility as well as invasion by Persian and Ottoman forces. Long back, when this castle was under siege, it was not defeated because a secret tunnel led to the water and thus provided a way to get food and water to the people who had taken refuge in this castle. The enemies finally captured a woman named Anna who was from Nuri and tortured her to reveal the location of the tunnel. But she chose to die rather than giving this secret away. Hence the castle was called Ananuri and she became a legend. Within the main cathedral, the experience is out of this world. It feels like you are transported a few hundred years back. This ambience you cannot capture on camera, and we highly recommend you to visit and feel it yourselves. Typically, most monasteries in Georgia offer amazing views because they are situated on tops of mountains or hills with minimal walking required. For the monasteries that we visited, the car parking was very close by, so we didn't have to do much climbing or walking. But this might not apply to less popular monasteries in terms of their accessibility. We stepped out of the monastery and took a short walk to the Arguve river. It was almost about to rain. The air was getting a little chilly, so we headed back to the car. This did seem to be a nice picnic spot if the sun had been our friend that day. In all, this was a lovely place and very calming by the riverside.
After visiting the Ananori fortress, we headed towards Kadori. On the way, we did a quick stop for some local honey tasting.
Okay, my dear, let's start. Look it. First, welcome everybody. Look it. Any kind of honey, my dears, has different taste and has different benefits, my dears. Inside, you have different benefits. Honey's taste and color we have from ferments, from plants ferments. First, honey from acacia flower. Yes. When acacia tree, honey from this. Acacia honey is light sweet taste. Even honey from each is always better. Not only this.
This whole event is interesting. There are different flavors of honey, each tasting a bit different and with different health benefits too. We really liked the chestnut honey and got us 4 bottles packed to carry back to India. The landscape changes drastically on the way to Gadori. You start noticing the rise in altitude. The high-rise mountains with snow-capped peaks come into view. It's a lovely drive altogether. We drove for a while and reached the Russian Friendship Monument in the afternoon. All the while, we kept praying that it shouldn't rain again, and to our luck, it didn't. The best view of this place is when there is a clear sky. So do check for the weather forecast and plan your trip accordingly. But on any given day, this place has its own vibe. The views are breathtaking. The camera cannot do justice to what you see here. Gadori during winter is a popular ski destination in Georgia. So if you are into skiing, do visit this lovely town in winters. We spent some time in the monument and then headed to Kazbegi, which was our final stop. The road itself was very scenic, though at times we found it a little rough. But that's the part of journey.
And that's about it for day 3. In the next video, we will cover our return from Kazbegi to Tbilisi in between a snowstorm and experience our last day in Tbilisi. This would be our final vlog on Georgia before we start with the Armenia travel series. So do not miss the updates. Subscribe to our channel and keep traveling. Thank you.